MyGM. And now,
and in person. Yeah, credit their front. Last season, they flipped that, became a top 5 bench in terms of that.
Here's Carter after Chris Mullins scored. That try by Carter.
Allow him too many. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Curry with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Curry. Here's the three.
Curry with the shot.
And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Bosch. His last outing, he had 8 points.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And Mullins gets it to go on the assist by Richmond.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting.
Nice run here. Defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies. Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He misses the free throw. And the Warriors making a change here.
All right.
And he sinks the second.
Hurry up, Thompson.
First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. It's Curry outside, and that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up by 6. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back. Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
A lot of times, the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
Argnani and Valanciunas, the combo out front. Tracy McGrady is out there with Calderon. And it's Christie in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school.
That's what I'm talking about, Chamberlain.
And that one's good by Chamberlain.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now,
Come
here's
on,
Valanciunas, and he gets the bucket. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearance.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. He's really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
And here is McGrady after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. McGrady outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Shooting much better here in the second quarter.
Yes, very, very impressed with how much more alive they look here to get back in.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best
don't switch Curry out
ever.
Right.
67 wins.
Oh, this is okay.
He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeRozan comes in for Christie. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Jose Calderon.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at
Come
the
on,
other.
Alice.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has
You can
been
do
cut
good at
back
offense,
down
you
to
need to do
7. The
good at
bucket
defense.
there from Lowry. On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach
Lane
the West
wide open,
All-Stars,
come on.
and Greg, his record-setting debut
Chamberlain.
season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit.
His success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants.
Come on.
I mean, that's one of the
There we go.
underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point. Here's Lowry. After Chris Mullin scored, Bosch a screen on Ellis. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Good call, ref.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it, and you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Carter, he's checked in for Tracy McGrady. And the Warriors also making a change. Richmond, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. It's stolen by Carter.
Gosh, come on, Green. You gotta throw that better.
Here's DeRozan. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Oh, my God.
DeRozan's got his first points of the night.
Gotta go back.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so we wrap up the first half.
Well, Coach Casey, obviously you'll be starting the second half with your work cut out for you. What do you need to see change to start climbing back into this game?
Well, the thing about it is you got
Everything.
to have some want-to, some defensive toughness, some grit. We're not playing with that. I saw none of that in our first few minutes of the game. I've got to see some focus and some fire.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have a nice 7-point lead. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Curry has been all sorts of trouble for him. He's got 8 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Mullen, Chamberlain in at the one spot.
Guys, as remarkable as Steph Curry's offensive game is, I think what's underrated is how he competes on the defensive end of the floor. I mean, not the strongest nor most explosive player, but he continues with activity and plays with tremendous effort.
Warriors leading by 7. On the wing, Mullen. Back to Curry. Feeds it to Mullen. Golden State moving the ball around.
Come on.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Carter.
Nope. They don't know how to screen.
1:56 left in the third quarter of the game.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay,
Don't need any
Clark
timeouts.
approves, everybody.
Come on.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
Tracy McGrady's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Spates checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Mullen. Outside Curry.
That's
It's
perfect.
good from long range. Curry's got 11 points. We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a three. They set a franchise record in made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year.
God,
making
he
almost
sucks.
40% of those
Free
threes.
throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And both free throws good for Spates.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage three on the court.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
Thank you. Harrison Barnes is much better.
Warriors leading by 8.
And how about 45% from the corner three? That is absurd. Anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
Now Carter, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Lowry drives in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Thompson. Mark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
And the Warriors making a change here. Ellis is checked in, and so Lowry nails both of them.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him.
Thank you.
He had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Now, here's Lowry. 10 points for him.
Can't leave the paint line open.
For the alley-oop, and
Oh
then Carter with the jam.
Can't believe that
Hard to
worked.
decide, guys, which was
And
better,
the alley-oop
the
too?
pass,
I'll show you an alley-oop.
or the slant.
Someone gets to the basket.
Answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Here's Ellis, following the score by Vince Carter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first.
Alright, Thompson.
Both free throws good from
Point
Green.
guard. I could do that.
Raptors trail by 8.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
What you gonna do? You can't do
Calderon
nothing.
against Thompson. Here's DeRozan. No good with the elbow jumper.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the deep.
Where did the ball go?
That is a difficult shot to sink.
The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead. They lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And the final period of play just about to start.
Let's do this last quarter.
Warriors
Do you
leading
want to
by
play
8.
man now, huh?
Tracy McGrady is
You
out
wanna
there
play
with
man
Calderon.
now?
Then
Watch
there's
that.
Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Chris
That's what
Bosh.
happens when you play
and it's
man.
DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Here's DeRozan following the basket by Stephen Curry. Out to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
You want to find lanes?
Buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
It's stolen by Calderon. And DeRozan kicks to McGrady. From 13, that's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Chris Bosh.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Calderon, no good.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They
Let's
put
go,
a
Green.
lot of effort
Yeah.
into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
All right, another timeout.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 8. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic.
Oh, that was excellent. I couldn't even see what was
Won't show
going
up in the box score,
on.
but that screen
That's what I'm
deserves an
talking
assist.
about.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. Richmond against Carter. Kicks to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Mullen. Curry against DeRozan. For the three. And
That's
it's Curry.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
What? What
And
happened?
taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And a chance
What
for
did he
just a
say?
second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Wait, who said
They
what?
really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively.
What?
They've been
Who-
turning
who
those
said
turnovers
that?
into points.
Was that me? I didn't even know you could do that. How do you do that?
Here's Lowry.
Gosh, I didn't even know you could
Carter
do that.
outside. Back to Lowry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
Nice numbers from Lowry. He has 11 points.
All right, you guys, hold on. Dang it. All right, let's go.
He gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
At the line for two.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. And Kyle Lowry drops them both. 1:05 left to play here in the fourth. Richmond, the pass to Chamberlain. And the rejection
What?
by Valanciunas. Carter drives in. Basket is good. The assist from Bosch.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Denver Nuggets.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly
can't
he has
stop
not
me.
lost that love and feeling.
Don't ever lose
Here's
a game.
Lowry. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Can I get a foul, ref?
Lowry against Curry. Shoots the three. The shot no good. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Not sure there's anything
They only
they
got a
can
few
do
seconds left.
to salvage this one.
They can-
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
They grab their own miss. Carter with the three.
Nope.
Good. And now they
You wanna
trail
start
by
shooting
just
threes
4.
now?
Stolen by Bosch. Pass to Valanciunas.
Come on, you guys.
Outside DeRozan.
Really?
The feet to Valanciunas. Three-pointer.
Nope.
Off on that one. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the back.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Stephen Curry. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
All right. And that's it for
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Warriors at Raptors.
For Kenny Smith,
Warriors
Shaquille
won.
O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our
45-41. It was a close game, but it really wasn't nothing they can do.
And we'll see you again soon.
So,
but not soon enough.
Later.